Hey guys, welcome to something new, something crazy, something awesome happened yesterday, and most of you guys watching this already know that, I'm sure. So yesterday, just almost 24 hours ago, I think 20 hours ago as of when I'm recording this, a new Pokemon game was announced. That's right guys, Gen 7 is coming. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon is official. It's being launched, and today I'm going to do a complete analysis on everything you missed, everything you didn't miss, and everything those of you who didn't watch just didn't know. So, let's get started by actually watching the trailer. So, keep in mind guys, this is a recording of a recording, meaning I'm currently recording the recording of a recording. Meaning recordception is not a lie, but the cake is. And this video is going to have something no other videos had. So ignore the probably terrible quality of a recording of a recording of a recording. Because it can't be the best quality out there. And this cannot be a good thing. Why does that happen every time? Weird pop-up. It's so random. Anyways, there's no audio in my recording of this recording of this recording. But there's no real needed audio in this act anyways. It just says, like, coming 2016 holidays. Coming holidays 2016, and says some other stuff. I'll explain after. It's 19 seconds long. Let's watch. If we can load it. Alright. Sorry, guys. Now, it goes very fast. Now, did you catch all of that? Because I definitely did not catch all of that. Maybe it's bad because it's on mute. Who knows? No, I definitely can't hear it. And now it's paused. No, I can't hear it. But anyways, guys, as you can see, brand new Pokemon game with some cool images and stuff. Coming soon, but everything flashed by the screen very fast. So that's why I have a super slow and super slow version here, which I use to create things that, or find parts that I'm going to speculate about. Some parts that I haven't seen any speculation on, some parts I've seen tons of speculation on, and some parts that probably need no speculation, but I'm going to speculate on anyways because fun. So let's actually just watch the super slow version, but not the super slow version, because super slow version is 9 minutes. Super slow version, I'll kind of explain a little as we go through it, and you'll get some idea of what I'm talking about here. So, coming 2016 is what? Pokemon game? Probably. Super slow graphics? Probably. Time warp? Probably. Pikachu drawings? More time warps and weirdness. So this is proof the slow-mo guys lied to us. Did you see these time warps? He's pointing at something. He's drawing something. I think that's a Pokemon, guys. I speculate on this a little bit later, but I'm sure he's drawing a Pokemon here. Too bad the HD is not high enough to tell what it is. New Pokemon Center for sure. Look at this. You can see doors, side notes, interior maybe. Blue, purple orb thing. Cars. Wingle in the corner there. That guy staring furiously at his computer. This guy typing. Red thing in the background. I speculate on that red thing. Look at this. He's drawing with a pen. Look at this. Pointing with his fingers. Picture shows up. It appears. Now you look at this. Something on the screen. What could it be? It's a new Pokemon. How can you see? Or at least I think it is. I speculate on this later. He opens up something. I don't speculate on this because it's just a DS. And seriously guys, blue screen, and that's the end. Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon, coming this holidays, 9 languages. Sounds awesome, sounds great. Let's analyze this as it. So first guys, I have all this. This is my analyses. We'll be analyzing all these pictures. Analyzing, not analyzing. All these pictures. All these crazy images. There's a lot to analyze. And so we're going to have the evidence collection. And this is a new idea for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post little pieces of important things from each thing and then recap it all at the end. So yeah, it's going to be cool, guys. Very, very cool. So first things first, let's look at what he's pointing at, shall we? So as we can see in this image, his finger is clearly pointing at these many pictures on the walls. Now, what are we looking at exactly on the walls here? Well, that's the wrong picture. Sorry, I zoom in way too much. But what it looks like to me is a phone booth of sorts. You can see an outside phone booth. It looks very log cabin-esque almost. Like inside here is very wood furnished. And you can see this here clearly matches this here, which is very odd. They're on different pictures, so something there. You can also see something of something else up here. Almost looks like a blue little top of a shop. And you can see here it looks like maybe even a Pokemon, because to me those look like eyes, 2 eyes. This looks like some furry body. That looks like a leg. That looks like a belly button or an orb of some sort, and that looks like a pointy head. But I don't know. You guys can tell me, is this right here the side of a Pokemon? Is it? Is the new Pokemon this? I don't know. Let's put in the evidence collection to recap later. Let's also put in the evidence collection this phone booth looking thing. And we'll see what else we can notice in this trailer. Alright. Continuing now, we see the new Pokemon Center, which appears to be a Pokemon Center / mart. And as you can see here, this looks like an unfinished prototype of it. Even the top seems to have some sort of notes or writing on it, but I can't read the language, unfortunately. I think those notes are what eventually changed it to this. They're probably telling him to aggregate or make the top less blue or whatever. So this appears to be a new one, and it's very compact, kind of mushroom-esque, toad house looking type thing. I really actually like this, and it's kind of cool, but I couldn't find anywhere in the world with super compact hospitals. I didn't really look into it much, so I don't know. As you can see here, there's also a picture from real life that appears to be some sort of door or window. And maybe that's what they're basing some of this off of. You can even see steps here that look like they might be from a real-life place. That could be, whoops, the bases for this new Mushroom House hospital. So let's copy that. Paste it. Yeah, the Mushroom Hospital is here, guys. Everybody boarding a Mushroom Hospital, right? And guys, we also have right here what looks like the interior of it. Or at least some of the interior. Off to the side we can see some blue thing which looks kind of like this actually. Now I gotta think about it. It looks a lot like whatever this is. It even has the same blue chair question mark. It also has plants and tables. It's probably a good place to sit around. I keep thinking I can press that play button. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy, guys. Not that I'm not already crazy, but it's going to drive me further there. It's going to go completely over the line, guys. Well, here we see something very cool, I think. You can see a variety of different cars. 3 cars could be exact here. And then what appears to be this same car or similar car right over here. With some notes I can't read in Japanese. And Pokemon in the back. Now, what I can definitely make out is that's a Machoke or something, or a Machop or whatever, and that looks kind of like a Furfrou or a Splout almost. I am not 100% sure, but I think that's super cool, and definitely person driving as we can make out for sure. Yeah, but over here we have an ambulance, and I think this, guys, will be important. Because there's a definite focus on cars, which means maybe you can drive around in the game. I don't think I like that oh so very much. But an ambulance might mean portable healing. Meaning maybe in certain towns and stuff, if your Pokemon faint, you don't need to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Which could be really cool and useful sometimes. Who knows? There's also a fire truck here, what appears to be a fire truck with a Blastoise in the back, which I think is cool because it could play into a game. in some way or another. I think a driving theme might be here. Maybe it's a place with lots of cars. Maybe it's Canada. I know some people were saying they hope it's based on Canada. I kind of do too, because, sorry, I'm up here in the Great White North, or whatever you want to call it, Canada land. And yeah, so we're all excited for a Canada themed game if it's a thing. My next picture here is what I think is a gym, actually. If you look at it, it definitely has a water theme. You can see Horsey, Spheal, Skarmy or Scaru, and then Chinchu, right there. You can also see a girl with a pink briefcase and what looks like potentially a playable character. Now, you can't tell if they're male or female from the back. He or she definitely has a female-looking figure, but that might be just me, because a lot of people say it's a dude. But I'll post him and or her right over here. Maybe the girl here is a female playable character, and this is a guy, and that's a male playable character. Who knows? If so, the female playable character looks a lot more custom and new to the game than the male one, as seen by me accidentally zooming in. She has a lot more detail, and this guy just kind of looks like Red again. Now, it's a revamped version of Red that looks pretty cool, but it's just Red. Anyways, over here, we have something that everyone on the internet noticed. Every single person noticed this. Okay, guys? And this is crazy, my friends, because you know what this is? Well, this is what we think is a new Pokemon. And I think I'm painting with a picture. Painting with a picture. I'm not sure how that works, but science, I guess. There we go. All that picture paint went away. But yeah, so guys, people are saying this is a new Pokemon. There's evidence here. I don't know, I just pressed copy. What the heck is happening? Alright guys, so lag is happening apparently. I'm assuming that life will explode soon. Just a prediction. Alright, it can't be inserted into paint. Good. What's happening now? Oh, it's freeform select. Why? Alright. So all we need is rectangular selection, and then we can copy him in. So as you can see, we actually get to look at him in a couple different poses here. We get this pose, we get the wings up pose, and we also, if you can look carefully on this computer, we have a more sideways looking pose of him. It's harder to see by a lot, but it's definitely a picture of the same Pokemon, all three of these. We also get something very cool. Later, we can see right here, and this is the biggest part, guys. We get to see a brief clip of a colored mesh of it. This is all we get for a colored mesh, but this is what the Pokemon is colored to look like. So let's look at our evidence so far. Or what we've collected so far. The Pokemon is clearly a bird Pokemon, probably a beginner bird from the region. A lot of people have speculated that it looks a lot like a woodpecker, and guys, they're definitely right. And a lot of other people have speculated that it looks quite a bit like an old Pokemon, or X and Y Pokemon called Fletchling. Now, I don't think that flies, pun intended, because this does not look like Fletchling. No, it looks like Fletchling. Fletchling looks like Fletchling. And in all its generations, it never looks like that. Come on, guys. Just move over here, actually. Just move on over. You terribly, terribly copy and pasted pictures gathered from the internet. Credit goes to whoever made these pictures. I'm not claiming them as my own, guys. I'm not trying to claim any of these pictures as my own. Clearly all from Nintendo Direct and various internet sources. Please don't sue me. I don't even make money off of this. It's just for fun. But as we can see, this Pokemon has a different shape right off the bat, for sure. Its wings are poofy, and there's only 4 feathers on each wing in every drawing. Whereas he, even when his wings are open, has at least 6 every time on Fletchling in all his sprites. Even his mini sprites don't look anything like it. And if you look here at the tail, it is visibly less poofy. We see a small tail that looks kind of like this, guys. Whereas on Fletchling, we see a bigger tail that looks more like this. Now, don't insult my art. I'm not really trying here. This is fast brushed art. But as you can see, this guy has a pointier, more that-like tail. And Fletchling has a more this-like tail. So that's my evidence that it's not Fletchling. Also the color. As we can see, he has a black back. Or a gray back. Let's just copy that in. His backing is this color. Fletchling's backing is this color, guys. Do those look like the same color to you? Do they? Does that, with my terrible arrow, look like that with my other little much better arrow? No. No, it doesn't. This is definitely a new Pokemon for a teaser. Thankfully, I can clear this up. Now it's getting to speculation. So I found this on Twitter. It's made by someone else, not by me. I even think it's cool, so I added the word cool to it. Not to make it original or anything. I was just putting the word cool on it because it looks really cool. So according to this person, whose name I have right here actually, just to give you credit, Zerudez, Z-E-R-U-D-E-Z. I'm terrible with names, so I won't try to pronounce it. I'm sorry. But he drew what the new bird might look like. Bird, sorry. He spelled burb. But that's cool. I think it is really cool. It has his name and everything. You can look him up on Twitter. He has an... This is just awesome. I don't know if it's a he or a she, so I can't say he. But they have a great looking picture. Awesome. I love it. And definitely looks more like whatever this Pokemon is than Fletchling does. As we can see, its color scheme matches up, excluding the blue on the face, which actually does match Fletchling's back, but Fletchling's face is completely red. And it matches a black pattern. It definitely looks like a woodpecker. I have a feeling this is what the thing's going to look like. Almost a guarantee. Alright. Next, we finally have this, where we get to see something else kind of interesting. We get to see a thing that I speculated was a gem earlier in Windows Media Player, because reasons. But we also get to see a couple buildings. And what's interesting, kind of, is again the car focus. There's visibly a car right here, what appears to be a person standing near the car, and some big weird thing in the corner. There's also what appears to be the inside of a hotel or sitting room, diagrams of more buildings, and a lush forested scenery right below. If these are all near each other, these could be buildings in whatever region this is, and this could be a route leading up to it. We also have the awesome Sun and Moon logos, which means Sun and Moon is official, guys, and these logos are cool. Now, what I'm thinking is Moon has a very icy looking feel, whereas Sun has a very fiery looking feel. So like fire and ice. Complete opposites. No better opposite than fire and ice. Opposites. Besides maybe fire and water. Op. So maybe it's two legendaries at war. Maybe the Sun and the Moon actually represent the legendaries in some way. They probably do. I think that's what this is hinting at. But I think that's awesome. What's more we have is the thing I was talking about earlier. So as we can see in very low def, he is definitely drawing something on that paper. But what is it? Well, I just can't be sure. But it definitely kind of looks like a Pokemon, guys. If we copy this, and then look at the higher HD version, what we can definitely see is colors and what even looks like a mane. In my mind, this is what I'm seeing, guys. It cuts off at the top, and it cuts off right here too, but I'm seeing something like that. And it's all an orangey yellowish color. If we take the color right from here itself, is it orange? I'm aware I'm kind of just jumping at shadows here, and this is quite possibly nothing, but the fact that they included it in the trailer means that it's made for us to speculate about. It has to be there for some purpose. Maybe just because show that they're drawing Pokemon for the game in general, and that's a thing that's happening, but I expect everyone to know that. And so would Nintendo. So why else would they have this, if not to give us maybe a red herring as to what's to come? A Pokemon that looks kind of like this is what I'm seeing. Even copying the color palette, that's kind of what it looks like, at least, for sure. Now, assuming it's even a Pokemon, if you look here, you can even almost make out what might be the top of an eye. It goes like that. So, is it like a lion Pokemon, a rock Pokemon? It definitely looks more yellow here than it does here, but that is the same color. So yeah, is it that? Let's copy this better rendition of this blurry, hard to see thing. Put it right over top of my old rendition, which I had in the evidence file off camera. Alright, good. And now we can compare the two later. It actually kind of looks like a pile of rocks or a pile of poop. Just saying. Like, I'm not trying to insult the art by saying it looks like a pile of poop. I'm saying, like, what I drew actually looks like a pile of poop. Now, going over here, we notice something very weird. As I pointed out earlier while watching the video, there's something red right here. And some sandy scenery? Definitely something oceany. For sure. We can see some water. It looks like, and maybe even islands. Maybe this is a region map. There's sand and everything, but there's also this, which I was trying to select earlier. So there's like a white pixel square layer, whatever. We'll fill that in with colors. Yeah, looks perfect. Anyways, what we can see here is actually very odd, but it's kind of everywhere. It looks a bit scribbly almost, which is kind of confusing to me. But maybe it's a sketch or something? Now, what I think it might be is a Pokemon. I've been speculating this a little bit. I'm just trying to jump at shadows and find new Pokemon here. But this is definitely better than my last piece of Pokemon. It is quite clearly, in my mind at least, a manta ray. But my mind is messed up. So, I'm probably wrong about that. On all accounts. But if we zoom in more and more on this picture, we can see what looks almost like a blurry ass face. Maybe? Almost? It has a very blurry outline, but it appears to have manta ray wings. Or whatever you want to call them. Now here's what I kind of see. Now, this is a terrible rough sketch of it, but I kind of see something like that. Where we can throw a bit of that in, and some of that on the edges. I get now. There. Its eyes look like this. Womp, womp. Zoom in. Its eyes are like long. Its other eye is like, and then its mouth is kind of weird. It looks like this. So guys, is that a new Pokemon? That might be a sketch or a concept art for something coming out. It definitely looks like it has a face, and it's definitely next to water, so it's probably water type if it's anything. Now, jumping at shadows is what we do on this channel. in our first ever speculation video. But I've also proven that it's probably not Fletchling. Looking at all these pictures, even the in-game sprites, the Smash Bros. Sprite, the forward-facing sprite, or image, the actual sprites made by others, fan art, pictures from the anime, none of it looks like this. It looks like this. That's it. Cool. That looks like a rock thing. I don't know. Where's your mindset on this? Who knows? Now here, there's nothing out of the ordinary, I don't think, other than his computer screen, which I've already shown you. Let me just look at it again, because I haven't looked at the items scattered around. There actually might be something. No, it looks like there's a cool plush, oh, cool, and then, I forget what they're called. Glasses? Laptop that he's working on while clicking on his computer, maybe. Some great ball, basketball, Pokeball, and weird beanbag plush thing. Alright. Yeah. It's a question mark plush. Sorry if you can hear that. That's my dog being upstairs and stuff. And so yeah, guys. That's literally all we have to speculate. Let's go over it one more time if you feel. So. I have shown you. So, as I was just saying, in our evidence collection, we have the ambulance, which I think means portable healthcare. We have what may or may not be a weird Pokemon. That's actually the one that looks most like a Pokemon other than a bird. But it might also be a building, if you think about it, or maybe a form of transportation. Like, it kind of looks like a rocket, I guess, depending on how you squint your eyes. I would make a joke there, but it was racist. There's a fire truck here with Blastoise in it, and a phone boothy thing. Maybe even, kind of looks like a menu up there. Maybe it's a cafe of sorts. We have a female and or male-looking trainer here, maybe the main character. The new Poke Center, condensed, improved, and pill-sized. The fact that the colors are wrong, no, it doesn't look the same. Fletchling as proof, all are Fletchling proof. We have what may or may not be a new Pokemon, but probably is nothing. Unless I was right all along, guys, about this. This is not me jumping at shadows. This is definitely a legitimate thing right here. You can see that that and that are clearly the same. And also that's a Pokemon. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, And not ignore my awful writing in speed art. Speed art? Why did I say speed art? Ignore my awful writing. That's clearly a Pokemon. No, it isn't. Maybe. I have no idea. And, yeah, and our final speculation, well, second final, was that that is a Manta Ray water-type Pokemon that's red, which is kind of weird. I wonder if there's any species of red Manta Ray that actually exist, because that would be cool. It also might be like a pill of sorts. It kind of looks like a pill Pokemon. Who knows, something like that, like a capsule almost. It looks like an airplane. Yes. Fish, airplane. Who knows, but I have a feeling it's a Manta Ray. This looks like a woodpecker and not a Fletchie. And that is all we have for today, guys. So hopefully you liked that weird speculation video. If you did, make sure to let me know that you liked that weird speculation video by leaving a like on that weird speculation video. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can do that pretty easily by hitting the subscribe button with anything, including your little brother who's just sitting around doing nothing at the computer all day. And until next time, stay awesome. Bye-bye. And leave a like and subscribe if you want to stay awesome. That's an important part of doing that.